Hey everyone, welcome to Echoes of the Soul, and welcome to my in-depth song-by-song review of Shloime Gertner's latest album, Adei Ad. Let's jump right into it, starting with the introduction. So, here we go. Shloime Gertner has been entertaining audiences worldwide for almost 20 years. During that time, he has released 10 studio albums and has been the voice to some of the world's most beloved hit songs of the new millennium. His catalogue includes his smash hit debut album Nissim, which featured classics like the title track and the legendary song Kodesh, which was composed by Gertner in collaboration with Yossi Green, alongside his epic second album Say, which features the songs Hashamayim and Happy Birthday, as well as his mega-release sixth album Mincha, with hits like Shaloy Sanigoy, the title track, and the emotionally charged song Neshama, and his English-themed seventh release, Serenity, which made waves with the dance track Hands in the Air. It's fair to say that Shloime knows how to deliver the good stuff, but I think it's also fair to say that while all his albums have been good, solid productions with nice, authentic songs, not every album he has released has become popular to the worldwide standard that his other albums, such as Nissim, Say, and Mincha as examples, have. But still, they are well known and well liked by his fans and have garnered popularity in that end. Now, originally, I thought that this was a fair assessment of his latest release, his 10th album, Adei Ad. While some songs did have hit potential, and while I thought many of the features were an interesting touch, I did think most of the songs were generic. Not bad, but just your average, typical, classic, authentic and lovable Shloime Gertner style song. I also thought that, like his lesser known albums, if you liked Shloime Gertner's music, you'll like this album quite a lot. It definitely had some good vibes running throughout that whole production. That was my initial thoughts. But the more I read about the album, and the more I focused on the songs, I realized my initial assessment of it was wrong. The album is a far cry from generic. I mean, for one thing, it's produced by Donny Gross, or Gross, however you pronounce it, who is a top name in the Jewish music world and has been since the beginning of his career. Donny is known to blend old, forgotten yet lovable nostalgic styles with the newer, modern sounds. And that is what this album is. A blend of delicate melodies which are fresh, vibrant and all new, yet infused with flavours reminiscent of the older classic Gertner hits. But anyway, enough ranting and raving. Let's dive into the review and I'll give you my humble opinion on each track, one by one. Here we go! Starting with track 1, Adei Ad, composed by and featuring Yossi Green. Immediately, the song grabs your attention from the first second, with Shloime's little na 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 chant backdropped against a little strumming of the guitar. After about 5 seconds, the drums and the horns kick into gear, setting you up for the verse. Shloime's warm, happy-go-lucky style that he is so well known for is felt throughout the whole first half of the song, and Yossi Green's legendary and iconic vocals add a sweet little burst of colour and flavour to the mix. The second half of the song starts again with the na 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 chant, sung between the two artists, and this time Yossi takes control of the verse on the first round, with Shloime finishing off nice and strong. The chorus, which before was a mix of a little English and Hebrew, is now sung by Yossi in full Hebrew, before Shloime closes off that part in the English-Hebrew mix we had before, with Yossi going back to regular background vocals, continuing the fun, lively and clap-along vibe that the song offers. I personally had a chuckle at the final chorus, which has some callbacks, or references, if you will, to the Nissim album, with Yossi and Shloime both singing A Bissele Bituchen and With a Little Bit of Faith. Did you catch that, guys? That is a really cute touch and helps to round off the song in a smooth way. Now, the song is not a wild, groundbreaking opener you sometimes see on albums, but it's a very solid choice for one, and for the title track as well. It's a fun, catchy, and with an almost camp dance feel. It allows the listener to connect with it, and it welcomes you into the album with, and to make another Nissim reference here, a schmeichel, a smile, and a warm, friendly hand on your shoulder. That's my thoughts on track 1. Let's head over to track 2, Adei Ad, composed by and featuring Yossi Green again. Here we go. And this is a beautiful song. A soft, heartfelt introduction with smooth, rich music to welcome you in, taking your hand and guiding you into the melodic world of this morning lullaby, if you will. The words are those which we say daily in the Shacharis prayer and upon waking up each morning, so it's no joke to say that these words are familiar. Also, another thing. Let's not forget or underestimate how many hundreds of melodies there are with the Adei Ad words as its title. So some may wonder, how will Yossi Green keep it original? How will he make it feel special and feel different? Well, have no fear, he just does that here. As I mentioned, it's almost a lullaby with how slow and heartiger this song is, so that is a plus for originality. Shloime's vocals throughout the first half are performed with his distinct touch in a fresh, soulful way, with deep emotional pulls running throughout. Yossi adds some beautiful harmonies in the chorus section, which, as usual, are amazing. And in the second half, Yossi and Shloime take even slices, as Yossi sings the first verse and first chorus, while Shloime takes the second verses and chorus. This adds true vocal depth, as both voices shine in rich, smooth solos, along with the added touch of some additional harmonies shared between the pair. The song ends with a final repeat of the chorus, sung by Shloime, with Yossi doing some scatting na-na-na harmonies. The flute at the end almost waves you into the sunshine, as the song floats beautifully towards its soothing and touching end. Track 2 complete. Let's dance into the sunshine with track 3, Haidu, composed by and featuring Shloime Green. There he is. This one has picked up in popularity and become a favourite really quickly, already being performed at weddings worldwide. Shloime Green just has a great ability to write epic dance tracks for a camp party or wedding dance. Think Toda by Benny Friedman, which, fun fact, I believe is the very first song that he ever put out publicly. Obviously it wasn't sung by him, but it's the first song that he composed that made it to the public viewing point, I guess, if you will. Anyway, back to the review. Yeah. Shloime's songs are filled with originality and positive vibes throughout, with an almost unmatched energy that can really get you going, giving you that little boost of happiness. This song, while filled with that dance vibe and distinct groove, has very soft vocal performances from Shloime and Shloime. Their voices are never really too loud or too high, and you can really hear a nice, smooth, elegant contrast between them. I also appreciate that when they sing, you can really tap into the melody that Shloime gives to the words. The melody is rich and bright, with the feel of an old Hasidic Tishnigan, updated for 2026's electronic yet heartfelt sound. The first half of the song is taken in turns with singing, with even slices shared between Shloime and Shloime. The musical interlude leading into the second half with the na 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 and the ba da 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 gives the song a burst of authenticity that I really like. The second half continues the sharing of vocals between the two singers, this time alternating between individual lines instead of verses. During the chorus, it's back to verse by verse sharing, with some line-by-line switching as well, which just keeps the energy flowing and the ball a-rolling. The musical bridge, between 3 minutes and 4 seconds and 3 minutes and 34 seconds, adds some electric guitars to the party, with some Middle Eastern bursts thrown in, if you listen closely. Closing the song, we repeat the chorus with the na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na returning as well, which ends the song on a really sweet high and leaves the door open to transition straight into the next song. And speaking of the next song, let's go to track 4, Hamalach, composed, written, and featuring Yossi Green again. Now we get to a gorgeous composition. If Moida Ani was written as a lullaby, Hamalach is definitely written as a lullaby as well. Beginning with an electric, nighttime sounding introduction, Shloime takes center stage with the first half, singing the ever-famous words from Yaakov Avinu's bracha in a soothing and comforting way. Now, the additions of the English and Yiddish lyrics are what takes me to my next point. Like Moida Ani, there have been countless songs with Hamalach as the title, so one wonders, how will Yossi keep it fresh and original this time around, after hitting it out of the park with Moida Ani? Well, he absolutely does hit it out of the park. These English and Yiddish lyrics, which Yossi wrote himself by the way, add a real flicker of emotion to the song, and I think their simplicity adds to that. They may be basic lyrics, yet that is what the song needed. No fancy expression, no deep poetry, just simple, easy words every person understands. That, in my opinion, is what gives the song its originality and gives us something new, something we haven't really gotten before from other Hamalach compositions. After an orchestral interlude with some layered vocals by Yossi, Shloime returns, this time singing with a Yiddish tam, creating and adding another layer of magical melodic brilliance. Yossi's background vocals here are more quiet and softer until we get to the next interlude, in which he adds his special touch once again. Shloime also adds a couple of spoonfuls of his magic here, albeit for just a few seconds. The final part of the song finds Shloime repeating those hauntingly beautiful English lyrics, with Yossi adding his own touch of emotion for the final line. Then that electric nighttime music returns, almost wishing the listener to have a pleasant night's sleep, as it closes off the song. And now that we've closed off song 4, let's cover up. Let's cover that up as the animation just did there, and let's go into track 5, Sei Gesund, the English version, composed by Hershey Weimerger and written by Chayla Newhouse. And this one is probably one of the more creative and original songs on the album. With simple yet deep lyrics and a soft yet electric dance beat, this one is sure to get you clapping along and tapping your feet. No, I did not intend for that to rhyme, by the way. Just thought I'd throw it out there. Anyway, based on a concept from the talented composer and singer Hershey Weimerger, with lyrics by the one and only Chayla Newhouse, this song speaks of having a positive outlook on each and every day, spreading happiness and electric energy to everyone around you, and trying to ignite every moment with joy. The song straight away sounds different. For one thing, it is the first time there isn't a featured artist on any track. This one is Shloime going solo. But anyway, some Middle Eastern electric sounds give a unique and smooth introduction before Shloime's soft vocals lead you into the first verse, filled with some real nice lyrics like "Wake up that smile" and let's count our blessings and watch them grow. It then transitions straight into a simple, slightly repetitive, but easy on the ear chorus, reminding you that every one of us can write a bright and healthy story, and that we can be a spark, that burst of bright energy in someone's day. The second verse goes soft again, but after all the potential jumping from the chorus, we just know that in no time at all we will be back on that dance floor. The lyrics here are also great, with examples such as what holds the power, your frame of mind, and that mention of a shmeichel. Did you catch that one as well? Can you also hear Shloime chuckle to himself? Just me? Is it just me? Let me know. Anyway. The bridge with the choir singing Sei gesund just fits right in and keeps the energy in the room going, and that leads right into the final chorus. Right at the last seconds, you can hear Shloime say Adei Ad sei gesund, another one on the callbacks or reference lists. Okay, let's move right on to track 6, Pischi Li, composed by Yedidia Yehoshua. And this is a beautiful and heartwarming composition from a newcomer to the Jewish music scene in Yedidia Yehoshua. I don't know much about him, except that he is from the Old City in Jerusalem, as written in Mishpacha's EndNote column. That's all. Anyway, as I said, this song is beautiful. A chuppah song at its finest. A song rich in authenticity, filled with warmth throughout, both in the melody and in the arrangement. The song is also nice and soft. Easy on the ear. A good song to relax or meditate to. One thing that helps the song stand out is that this is the second time we have Shloime singing solo, with no additional singer performing with him. This adds a layer of individuality and helps the song shine in every way that I mentioned in the previous paragraph. The song is built to stand out, not to blend in with the rest, or to be what is known as a filler song. It is there, with its own place, in its own way. Side note, as I finished listening to it, the song reminded me of Simcha Leiner's Pischi Li. I think the arrangement and melody are similar to a very small extent, and that is what helped me make the connection. And I just realized now that they both have the same title as well. I'm not sure if that's what made me think about it, but probably that also made me think about it because the lyrics are the same. So that's something I didn't put in the review, and I'm adding it as a side note, an additional side note. So make of that what you will. Anyway, let's move on to track 7. Track 7, Nachas and Money, composed by and featuring Yossi Green, with additional lyrics by Leiby Moskowitz. Okay. Now, when I first heard this one, I did not understand it. Yiddish, you see, not my strongest language. I did like the song. I did like it. I found it quite humorous and interesting. But anyway, let me give it a listen and I'll get back with you. Okay, so the intro reminds me of an old song, also about money, from a famous group. Anybody catch that reference too? Let me know. Oh, I think I shouldn't have written that. Anyhow, after that, the introduction continues with some upbeat brass and light drums, giving the whole song that bouncy, funny feel you often find with songs in that genre. More like comedy songs I was referring to, or songs with a comical edge. The verse is simple, with some words from Pesukim and the rest from Leiby Moskowitz, creating a nice balance. The chorus kicks in subtly, with that fun, bouncy vibe still in motion, never quite slowing down. While I don't understand Yiddish, as mentioned before, I can kind of make out what the song is saying. I won't explain it in case I'm wrong. The bridge swings almost right after the chorus, with that familiar sound of the old melody I hinted at, coming back to tease me. Haha. Yeah, I remember listening to that. The melody in the sort of bridge, or I guess what was originally the introduction beat, kind of felt like it was teasing me because it was so familiar to me. Anyway. Also, as a side joke, why is he mentioning Yiddish Nachas? Was this song recorded after the Chiddush Nachas concert? For those of you that have seen the Chiddush Nachas concert, let me know. It's a brilliant concert. I'm wondering if this song was recorded around that same time, because Yossi Green is connected with Chiddush Nachas and everything, Yeah, so I'm wondering if that has any affiliation or it's just mentioned because it's an expression. I joke. I know why he says that, and it's not for the reason I said. Okay, so I guess that ruins it. Anyway, back on serious mode. Yep, seriously. As usual, Yossi and Shloime make a great combo. With Shloime taking the lead vocal and Yossi doing his natural background vocals along with a splash of solos or two from the veteran legendary composer, this song never stops being wacky. It never stops being a fun and lively experience. This is except for the last few seconds. All the brass and other instruments quiet down as the piano remains. Shloime's vocals here return to a more soulful, heartfelt feel as the song whispers away, transitioning beautifully into the next song, which is a slow song, a nice way to calm down. Okay, let's move in to track 8. Track 8, Home Again, composed by and featuring Yossi Green, with lyrics written by Miriam Handler. If you enjoyed Shloime's Serenity album, this song has waves and flickers of its glorious magic running throughout. A song completely in English, composed by and featuring Yossi Green, with lyrics by Miriam Handler. A quiet, somber, yet hopeful piece, filled with deep emotion and elegant warmth. The lyrics are also so beautiful. Some may call it simple, basic, if you will, yet no matter what others may say, I believe it is beautiful. It allows the message of the song to shine equally to the arrangement, which for a song like this is very important. Each component of the song must be as perfect as it can be, especially for this song. I think it's fair to say this song is completely as perfect as it can be. Beginning with some bells and violin, Shloime's emotionally charged voice drifts in, captivating you differently than before. One may be used to his unique range, his warmth and joy when he sings faster, upbeat songs, and his deep, rich, emotional voice full of love and connection when he performs slower, more heartfelt compositions. This is what one knows Shloime well for. But this one just touches your soul and your heart differently. There seems to be a different sound. Something feels elevated. Something feels more otherworldly, more connected to the message than before, or something else entirely that I just cannot pick up on right now. But all I know is that this song is different. It's still Shloime Gertner, yet it's more of a mature sound, a more complete emotional vocal delivery. As the song moves from first verse to chorus, everything flows so beautifully. As the second verse comes floating softly in, you can hear Yossi's soft harmonies adding a rich sound of vocal splendor. He takes over for a few seconds in his usual layered vocal style midway throughout the verse, and then continues to alternate between harmony and frontline vocals throughout the remaining lines of the verse and the chorus. As the song walks towards its end, you are left feeling hopeful, as though perhaps he will come. Maybe now. Okay, let's move on to track 9. Track 9, Adei Ad, composed by Yitzy Bold. Now here's a nice little surprise. Yitzy Bold, a well-known musical personality, makes his own mark on this unique project with a new song. Yitzy is known for producing albums for such artists like Michal Przanski and composing songs for David Gabay, the New York Boys Choir, which he also leads, and has been around for quite a good number of years, becoming a rather standout figure in the music business. Anyway, as you enter this song, you may have a few questions due to its title. Normally, songs named Adei Ad or Gam Ki Elech, or any phrase from Tehillim chapter 23, are slow, softer, and heartfelt, heartiger, but not this one. This song starts with some drums and some brass, and some smooth nod-your-head groove. Shloime comes rolling in, back on solo duty this time, with no featured artist, and begins delivering the happy-go-lucky vibe he is so well known for. The background music during the verse is some funky guitar and piano riffs, whimsical flute solos, and some background drums. A little saxophone too, to make you chuckle a bit. Anyway, the chorus keeps the groove going, with the powerful message of fearing no evil for you are with me. This unique composition, vocal and musical delivery, adds a delightful burst of colour and flavour that we desperately need after the previous song. We need something to lift us back into happy time. This song just has that. Throughout, it never stops. The choir in the song adds a nice touch too, making the song feel Heimish and authentic while still remaining fresh. Okay, track number 10. Track 10, Reishis Chochmah, composed by Yitzchak Rosenthal. Anyway, after such a groovy little outing, we now slow down again with this enchanting little melody from Yitzchak Rosenthal. We all know Yitzchak Rosenthal as the composer and leader of the group Shalshelis, and when you listen to this song, especially the verse, you can hear that simple yet slightly distinctive sound of a Shalshelis song. The opening is just some piano and violin, and then the verse welcomes you in with Shloime's voice once again going solo. The verse is, as I mentioned, where those Shalshelis notes are found. As though they are like small golden sonic nuggets of musical sound. The chorus then slips in, keeping things moving with some 4 Yiddish words sprinkled in. I can see why Yitzchak Rosenthal did not keep this song for a future project. The chorus makes the song leave that Shalshelis field and venture out of the box into the Shloime Gertner field. I think Shloime adds something to the song that perhaps another singer would not be able to. The addition of the Shiva Shevach Boys Choir adds a glorious touch of innocence and deep understanding. We know that the Torah learning and the prayers of our children are so pure, rich, and precious, and having a children's choir to bring forth that message allows us to really feel it. We connect with it, and we internalize it. As the song finishes, it's just piano, violin, and Shloime again, allowing us to find our way through the song in a complete way and move right along to the next track. Okay. Let's do this. Track 11, Freilichen Shabbos, composed by and featuring the one and only Shrilly Green again. Well, guess who's back? I already told you. Mr. Shrilly Green himself. Back with a groovy, heartfelt, and authentic little niggin. A little jingle with musical arrangements that remind me of some of the Shema Flam songs from Rebbe Chor Schnitzler, Olav Shalom. It has an old-fashioned Eastern European feel that many Hasidic compositions have, updated for the modern sound. Shloime takes center stage at first, dancing vocally through the opening verse and chorus. In the first chorus, if you pay attention, you can hear Shrilly adding very light touches of background vocals in the chorus. Let me know if you catch it. Second round, and Shloime introduces Shrilly back on. Taking center stage for the first few lines, you can hear his smile throughout the microphone. Well, not throughout it, but through it, sorry. Yeah. Okay, sorry, I just making sure I wasn't losing the plot. Shloime takes frontline vocals for the last few lines, which are in English, before Shrilly comes back for the first part of the chorus and Shloime finishes off. The musical interlude adds a bit of a sing-along feel and keeps the holy funk going. It's a very funky song. Finally, the song concludes with one more chorus rundown and some additional musical jolts. Sruli and Shloime wish each other a good Shabbos before going home to make Kiddush. Sorry. They were going home to make Kiddush. At least that's what I thought. I mean, they were moving on to we're moving on to the next song. Yeah, sorry. It's not yet. It's not Friday. It's not yet Friday. We can't make Kiddush yet. Anyway, enough joking around. Track 12. You can tell I'm having a bit of fun, can't you? Anyway, track 12, Hashemesh Mochama, composed by and featuring Yitzy Gertner. Say hello, ladies and gentlemen, to Jewish music sensation, composer extraordinaire, and producer par excellence, Rabbi Yitzy Gertner himself. He makes just his second appearance on any Shloime Gertner album ever, with his first being Hashomayim on the Seaseh album, and boy does he do a great job on it. When does he not? What I meant by that is, of course, is that he's a brilliant vocalist. So whenever he sings a solo song or features on another person's album, normally he does a very good job, and this time he does a brilliant job. So yeah. Anyway, keeping things ticking after the energetic previous track, this small electronic EDM arrangement starts off being rather tap along with your feet style, high tempo, loud, and upbeat and fun, yet in some ways more authentic and more soulful. Shloime flies right in, taking control of the first part, with some light Yitzy Gertner background vocals plastered throughout before the music kicks in, with the two vocalists exchanging some na 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 na. Yeah. Yitzy comes in with his signature, smooth, sweet, soft voice, yet filled with deep musical understanding, as well as a true acceptance and understanding of the words. You can hear the vibe in his voice. You can hear the neshama, the joy, the passion and connection. Shloime takes over just after the first round of the verse with Yitzy on background vocals, adding more character and fun to the song. The chorus has them repeat the pattern of Yitzy Shloime again, in terms of vocals, before they exchange more na 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 na. The music quietens for a second, and the chorus repeats once more, shared by the two legends before a final na 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 round, which closes the song in true electronic style. Alright. Track 13, Hoshienu, composed by and featuring Yossi Green. I should say welcome back. We haven't seen this guy for a while, at least on the album. Another Yossi Green and Shloime collaboration, and I'm here for it. Let's go. Starting off with some simple piano chords, Shloime starts the vocals off, singing the first half alone, with scatterings of Yossi's background vocals placed throughout. The musical break before the repeat is more full, with more instruments such as a guitar and some orchestral influences, which is different from the start of the song, and which just featured a piano, by the way. This adds some extra depth to the song, allowing for a greater emotional pull, and allows the song to move forward sonically. The vocals for the second round of the verse are much the same as the first time, Shloime at the center with Yossi doing background vocals. It is in the chorus where the change occurs, as Shloime starts off the first half with Yossi coming in midway. After Yossi adds his vocal flavor, Shloime helps the song go quieter with Yossi and a piano adding the final touch. This song is simple, not a groundbreaking stylistic masterclass from Yossi, but rather it is unique, while remaining elegant and refined, which is what the album needs at this almost concluded stage. It needed that one song where the composition isn't too overbearing, just there, easy to listen to, easy to sing, and easy to connect to. Another great collaboration between two of Jewish music's most unique talents. Okay. Moving on to track 14. Ir Shel Zahav, composed by Elimelech Bloomstein. This song has a very interesting intro, at least to me. It reminds me of a very specific, certain song that at the time of writing this, and reading this I should say, I agonizingly just can't piece, or can't place I should say, although it feels so familiar. Anyway, if you think you recognize or can connect the intro to another specific song, let me know. But onto the song itself. It starts off great, electric, full of vibes and energy. You can hear Shloime just hiding his smile, or at least trying to I guess, during the verse, and then it gets into a wacky, authentic, easy to sing chorus with the title almost sung like a chant. The introduction comes back to tease me again, a bit like another song that reminded me of another song on this album. Anyway, the introduction comes back to tease me as we prepare for round 2. As awesome and fun as the first time. I had a little chuckle when Shloime added some of that mamish bekorov. Not because it was funny, but rather because it added some personality and an extra spoonful of authenticity. The chorus just keeps everything in check. It can get a little bit much at times, so just make sure you keep the volume down. Just a little bit. One thing I like, that this song is quite short and sweet. It's only 3 minutes and 8 seconds, which is perfect for a song like this. A great Elimelech Bloomstein gem. And finally, going on to track 15, Sei Gesund, which we had before, except this time the Yiddish version, composed by Hershey Warmiger, written by and featuring Lipa Schmelzer. Oh, this one sounds familiar. I wonder why. Do you guys know? It's a nice touch repeating a song earlier, or I guess repeating the song from earlier, except this time instead of English lyrics, we move into Yiddish. It also helps when your lyrics are written by the lyrical legend, singer and entertainer par excellence himself, Reb Lipa Schmelzer. Oh, and did I mention he features as a guest vocalist on the song too? I did? Good. As I mentioned with the song Nachas and Money, I don't speak Yiddish too much, and struggled with understanding the true message of the song. I liked it, it was a nice song, but for some reason it just did not resonate in terms of understanding the lyrics. This one, or I guess with this one, some would expect me to say the same thing, but that's not the case. I actually understand the lyrics and concept for this one. I can understand what they are saying 99% of the time. Maybe it helps that the song was first performed earlier in English, or maybe it's because it's Reb Lipa working his magic. Or maybe I'm just picky and choose to like certain songs more than others. Either way, this is a beautiful interpolation of a Hershey Weinberg's original, I guess, interpolation, or the word is, I'm looking for perspective, maybe. Yeah, of Hershey Weinberg's original concept, with that Yiddish tam running throughout, coupled with touches of a modern arrangement, and with fragments of Srully Green spilled all around. Do you hear it too? Do you hear a bit of Srully Green? Just a maybe small bit? The vocal leaves not much to say, as Lipa and Shloime really do take it in turns singing, almost as if the vocals were divided exactly halfway between them. I won't go through the entire song half by half, as I have done. I just feel that the song is so well done in terms of vocal delivery and lyricism, it almost feels unfair to take it apart one by one. Just know that it's a great song. It really kept me smiling and following along throughout. Although I will say the ending is quite cute and funny. Yeah. Another great whimsical touch. Anyway, I'm probably repeating myself a lot right now. or making a lot of mistakes. So I'll end this in-depth review here and give you my final thoughts. My final thoughts. This album really grew on me. As mentioned in the introduction, I thought it was just going to be an average run-of-the-mill Gertner production, but no. Each song, while yes, some I liked more than others, found their space in my heart, found a reason for me to enjoy it. The 6 features with Yossi Green each stand on their own, with Shloime Green's 2 features adding excitement and originality. Yitzy Walden's unique touch adds real beauty to the end of the album, and Lipa. You know what I think of our friend Reb Lipa. I just told you before. Anyway, this album is already become a classic for me, very much on the level of Nissim, Seaseh, and Mincha. I think if you listen to all 3, or maybe 4 of them, back to back, you will hear the similarities and differences. You'll hear them, feel them, and understand them. Anyway, this concludes my review of Adei Ad by Shloime Gertner. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to give me some feedback and tell me what you liked about the album. Also, if you wish to check out this review on written form, you can find it in the Echoes of the Soul website on the page named Album Reviews. Thank you so much for watching, listening, or reading. Thank you guys. I had a great time with this one. I apologize if I made any mistakes. I just wanted to make sure that I was saying it authentically. And if I stumbled upon my words, just know that it happens a lot. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. All the best. I'll speak to you later. Bye.